Let me tell you a story of the old farmer worker. So there's this worker, and he owns a large farm. It's in Eastern Europe, right? I think it's Ukraine. And as he's planning his day to day work, he is known to be one of the top farmers in the city, right? But eventually he starts to run into problems with his farm, and with specifically his crops, not his livestock. And as he's planting his crops for the next day, he starts to see, wait, some of these seeds are very bad. And whenever they blossom, they just turn into just rotten trees. But some of these seeds, when they actually blossom, it's such a large harvest that it can feed my whole family for this day from this single seed. So then he starts to understand, wait, if I remove all of the bad seeds before they even blossom and only plant good seeds in these spots of those bad seeds, I'm gonna have good crops every single time. And then if you're smart, you can understand the message from this parable. And it's the seeds as your thoughts. The vegetables from the seeds are your actions, your life, your circumstances. Because when the farmers saw that, hey, these bad seeds are producing terrible crops, the trees are horrible, he started to get angry. But then when he saw the good seeds that produced good crops, he was like, wait, so this is what I need. This farmer was actually smart because he was able to recognize a good seed and a bad seed early on before it came into fruition. So it saved him time. So then all he had to do was only plant good seeds. And you can liken this for yourself, because now you can think, wait, what is this man talking about seeds for? No, not the seeds with your girl, bro. This past Valentine's Day, I'm speaking of your thoughts, bro. Because whether you know it or like it or not, every thought you have is a seed. Every thought you have is a seed. So if you have a good thought, what is that going to produce? Think of the story. Oh, good action, a good life. If you have a bad thought, what is that going to think? Think of the story. A bad tree, a bad action, a bad life. So then you can start to think, wait, so if I only have good thoughts, I'm going to have a good life? Yes, that's true. But of course, we're going to have bad thoughts. But just like the farmer did, whenever he saw a bad seed, he took it out. So whenever you get a bad thought, bro, you don't have to think it deeply. You can throw it away. You can think of something positive, bro. Put a good seed in it. Put a good thought in it, bro. Because whether you like it or not, your mind is a field. So would you let weeds grow in your field outside? Would you think the farmer would let weeds grow in his farm? No, he wouldn't, bro. You need to do the same thing with your mind. You need to only make sure there's positive, good thoughts in there. Whenever you hear a bad thought, erase it, because that shit will lead to your downfall. I mean, look at you. And the Bible even speaks of this. In Proverbs 23, chapter 7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So what does this mean? This basically mean whatever you think in your heart, you are it. So if you think bad thoughts, you're going to be a bad person. And Jesus says this. You can judge a tree by its fruit. So a good tree produces good fruit. A bad tree produces bad fruit, just like the farmer. So bro, if you want to be a good person, a good tree, produce good things. How do you produce good things? Plant good seeds. How do you plant good seeds? Think good thoughts. It's not that complicated, bro. Then also you can liken this to the book called As a Man Thinketh, which is a good book. You can check the description. I put a link in there for you, bro, because you need to listen to it. I listened to this thing over at least 60 times. It's so good, and it just helps me reprogram my mind. That's why I listen to it so many times. It's like a short 50-minute book, bro. Just listen to it after this. Because listening to this book, reading scripture, and understanding the power of your thoughts, you can truly change your life. I mean, look at me. I'm not special, but I implemented this, and things are getting better day and day, every day from now. And also, this goes back to the quote, you probably heard of Luke Belmar. He says this, I think, therefore I am. And what does this mean? It means the same thing that I just said, basically. It all just goes in a circle. Basically, you are your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so he is. So if you think negative thoughts, bro, you're only going to get negative results. You think sexual thoughts, you're only going to get sexual, lustful thoughts and actions. And you don't want any of that low vibrational shit, bro. So you need to understand the power of your mind, because your mind controls everything, bro. And I learned this the hard way, but if you don't control your mind, bro, it's going to control you. And that is not a good thing. You're not a woman, bro. You don't want nothing to control you. You control everything. You run the ship. You're the captain, not the other way around, bro. Only you and God. God's your captain. That's it. And here's a quote that I came up with. This is my philosophy. Everything you think is true. Everything you think is true. Whatever you think is true. And what does this mean? It means if you think the world sucks and there's no opportunities out there, business is hard, it's impossible, no Indian person, no black dude can be successful, it's going to become true for you. But if you think the world is so abundant, people are making millions of dollars every second, young people 16, younger than that can do it, why can't I? Which one is more positive? Which one is a good seed? Which one is a bad seed? Thinking the world is hard for a black man, or anyone can do it and the world is so abundant. Which one is a good seed? Which one is a bad seed? I'll let you do the judge, bro. I'll let you be the judge, bro. But when you start to understand that all your thoughts are true, you start to understand that, wait, I can almost create my life, which you can. Because if you start to think, wait, why does my family hate me? You'll start to find little things to affirm that. Here's an example, bro. If you don't believe me, you think I'm just talking out of my head right now. Or yapping, as you guys call it. If your mom is gonna buy a new car, if she's a broke, she's gonna get a Toyota Camry, a red one. Before she gets that car, the next day and the next week, you're only gonna see those Toyota Camrys. You're gonna be like, wait, Mom, I saw 50 of them on the road today. But bro, they always been there. It's just because you're paying attention to that car because it's in your mind. So think about this with negative thought. If you're thinking bad things, damn, there's no opportunities. You're gonna find no opportunities. But if you think there's unlimited opportunities out here, I can do anything, you're going to find that as well, bro. And you have to understand, wait, so why am I just not learning this? Why is this young man teaching me this? It's because whether you know it or not, the enemy doesn't want you to know this. The enemy wants you weak, bro. And this is why, if you want to meet young, like-minded men who have the same mindset, who are watching videos like this, who wants to be better and understand the power of their mind, which is limitless, you need to subscribe to this channel, bro, and like it. Because then that'll help the algorithm and that'll help other people see the video. Thus, you'll likely meet a young guy and he'll say, yo, I watched that video too, bro. I'm working on my mindset. I'm only planting good seeds. Do you want to have a brotherhood? Do you want to meet more people, bro, like you, like-minded men? Well, subscribe and help share the video so they can see it, bro, because no one's teaching this, bro. And there's a reason for that. The enemy wants your mind filled with constant bullshit. Why do you think every platform has the scrolling option? Is it because they just want you to be entertained? No. If you think that, bro, you took the blue pill too much, bro. Come on. It's to keep you distracted, to keep your attention spans low, to keep you a rat in the rat race, just running and running and running and running and running. That's right. Swiping and swiping and swiping and swiping, bro. So when you think about this, and then you think about the power of your mind, but then you think your mind is always filled with bullshit thoughts, then this is when you need to reprogram your mind. And this is why earlier I mentioned that book, As a Man Thinketh. I think it's a perfect start to this journey, bro, because once you listen to that book, which you need to listen to it a few times, you'll truly, truly see with proof that you are what you think about.